Hello, this is Jessica McKay with your Spirit Guide reading for December. Go ahead and take a moment to go inside, connect with Spirit Guides, and just ask which message is most appropriate for me today. Message number 1, number 2, or number 3. And of course, you can pick more than one message. I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot for this reading. And if you were drawn to message number 1, the card that comes up is New Vision. And what really strikes me about this card is the deep purple, the deep violet. And for me, when I see that, that's like the 7th chakra, and that's the connection to the divine. And so my sense is that you're going to be receiving a new idea, a new vision for your life. And this vision is completely in alignment with who you are and who you came here to be. So it might be a little bit different from the dreams that you had growing up or the dreams that you've had up until just recently. Dreams that may not have been things that actually manifested, or they may have seemed really hard, and so part of you may have given up on some of those dreams. So this is sort of like a revitalization of your dreams, but they might be new, and they might be in a new way. So this is about letting hope back into your life, letting inspiration back into your life. So it's really a very, very empowering card. And there's not a sense that you have to do anything to bring any of these things about. This is not a card of struggle or pushing or trying to, knock on doors until they open. This is allowing. This is a card of allowing. So pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your ideas this month. You're connected to the divine at all times. And when you take time for yourself to go inside and to listen, you will hear these messages. So this is a new beginning for you. Really, really cool. So that is message number 1. If you were drawn to message number 2, the card that comes up is Moment to Moment. And there's I get a similar vibe with this card that I did with the first card, in that this is not a card of struggle. This is a card of taking the path of least resistance. And why I say that is that it looks like this figure is actually moving downhill. So we usually tend to think of our goals as mountains that we have to traverse and steps that we have to take to climb to the top of this mountain. And the journey is arduous and comprised of many, many steps. And with this person is just floating. And he's floating downhill, almost like he's running over the rocks, and the river of life is happening all around him. So this is a card of flow. It's about being in the moment, which I know is not an easy thing to do. We are always thinking about the future or the things we've done in the past that led us to where we are now. So this is about going with the flow. So what doors are opening for you right now? Go in that direction. So if you have been going in one particular direction and trying the same thing over and over again and it just hasn't opened up for you, this is an opportunity for you to see where the openings are and to, of course, be where you are and let it be okay. Let this moment be okay. There's a sense of joy that comes through this card. A real sense of joy, so that your journey does not have to be one that's full of struggles and pain. This can be a joyful life for you. And it's about seeing it that way. And normally for me, when I feel as though things have become really hard, I try to focus on the things that give me joy in the moment, and they could be little things. So think about the coffee that you have in the morning, or the things that really bring you pleasure, and be in that moment, and your life will start to be one activity of joy after another, even if they're small. And that will lead you to where you're meant to be. I know that sounds maybe simple or oversimplifying something, but moving where you're attracted and letting it be easy, letting it flow. So that's what this month is about for you, being in the flow, being in the moment. So that's message number 2. If you were drawn to message number 3, the card that came up is success. And I feel like this is success on a lot of different levels. There are all the colors of the rainbow in this card. And I'm thinking about an inner triumph here, where all of a sudden you're not getting triggered or disturbed by something that used to disturb you. And that is a success. That's an inner success. And of course, along with this card comes career success, all the different ways that we think of success normally. And it's a card of celebration, of joy. So you deserve to feel good about how far you've come, about what you've achieved. So you may be the kind of person like me who thinks that it's never enough. What I've done is never enough. And so this card is allowing you the permission to stop and reflect on what you've done and how far you've come in your life, and to appreciate that, to respect that about yourself. So that is a very, very joyful message. And of course, there are cycles in life. So sometimes we feel like we're on top of the world, and other times we don't, you know? And so there's really a spiral here that we're on. We're on a sacred spiral. And this is a time that you're coming into of being able to appreciate your successes and to achieve something, to attain something that you have worked hard to attain and to achieve. So you can be so proud of that. So I hope that these messages were helpful to you. If they were, please let me know, and I will see you again next time.